Dear students, welcome to this video clip about the anatomy and physiology of the outer ear. As you know, one of the functions of the ear, except for balancing, is hearing. And by hearing, we mean the transmission of sound waves through the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear via the nerve vestibulocochlearis, which is the 8th cranial nerve, and further processed in the brain. When you think of a sound wave, you may think of sounds like ah, oh, oo, but also of words, hello, for example. For now, it's easier to think of simple sounds. This video clip is about the outer ear, and the outer ear has as a function collecting sounds and shaping the frequency components of those sounds a bit. On this picture you can see the whole ear. A lot of people refer to the ear by just meaning this structure, but for sure the whole ear consists of a lot of more structures you see on this picture. The outer ear is built out of this big thing at the outside, which is called the auricle, also called the pinna, and the external auditory meatus, also called the ear canal. The auricle, as I said, also called the pinna, is the collector of the sound waves, and it's built out of a framework of cartilage, except for the lobule, the little thing where you put your earrings in. And besides that it's a collector of all the sound waves coming onto the ear, it helps with localizing sounds in space. The second structure of the outer ear is the external auditory meatus, briefly called as eum or called the ear canal. And it goes from the concha of the auricle to the tympanic membrane, which is situated here on the picture. The ear canal has a length of like 2.5 centimeters and a diameter of about 7 millimeters. The lateral or the outer third of the eum, of the external auditory meatus, is built out of cartilage, and the medial or the inner 2/3 of the eum are built by bones, are bony, and those bones belong to the temporal bone. The lateral third of the eum, the part that is built out of cartilage, is also lined with hairs and has cerumen, the earwax, this yellow thing that you have near ear canal. And together the cerumen and the hairs are very functional because they keep insects outside and also they keep dirt outside to protect the tympanic membrane. So, as I said earlier, the outer ear is primarily the collector of sound, and the auricle is excellent in hearing or in collecting sounds from the front or the side, but less for the sounds that arise from behind your head. But to understand the function of the outer ear, we need to go back to the basics about resonance frequency. Listen up. As you know, all cavities and all structures have an own resonance frequency. This resonance frequency is a specific frequency they respond to by starting to trill, by starting to vibrate, or make the air inside of them trill or vibrate. The resonance frequency then will be strengthened, so gets a boost, and other frequencies will be rejected or reduced in intensity. The auricle, so the outer part of the outer ear. The auricle has some specific structures built out of skin and cartilage that strengthen specific frequencies that come from air vibrations, for example, made by speech sounds. And the auricle then sends those vibes, those specifically strengthened frequencies, sends them into the external auditory meatus. And this external auditory meatus, the ear, also strengthens some and reduces other frequencies and sends them onto the tympanic membrane. So, in short, sounds out of the air get collected by the auricle. The auricle collects all sounds but strengthens specific frequencies and reduces other frequencies in intensity. So some of the sound waves getting onto the auricle, they will be sent into the ear canal louder than others. And the trick is that the auricle collects all sounds and just strengthens some sounds, and those frequencies or the sounds that get a boost, so that get strengthened, they are like between the 1500 hertz and the 8000 hertz, just the sounds that are in speech. So the result of the collecting of sounds is a relatively enhanced signal intensity of speech sounds. Cool, huh? So before I told you more about the structures of the outer ear. Now I want to tell you more about the tympanic membrane, which is the boundary between the outer and the middle ear. So it separates those two spaces, the space of the outer ear and the space of the middle ear. The tympanic membrane is a thin, three-layered sheet of tissue, and those three layers of tissue are made out of different sorts of tissue. The outside of the tympanic membrane is built out of the lining of the ear canal, which is built up by epithelial tissue. In between the inside and the outside layer is a fibrous tissue made out of connective tissue, and at the inside of the tympanic membrane you'll find the lining of the middle ear, which is also built up by epithelial tissue. It's quite logical, actually. Have a look at the tympanic membrane. It's this little thing here in between the outer ear on the left side in this picture and medially the middle ear. It's this little structure, which is just like 55 square millimeters in area. So as I said, the tympanic membrane is the boundary between the outer ear and the middle ear. The attachment of the tympanic membrane to the middle ear goes by attachment of the tympanic membrane to the malleus of the middle ear. The malleus of the middle ear is the first of the three little bones inside of the middle ear. Another point is that the tympanic membrane is concave. And what is its function? The tympanic membrane translates sound waves into mechanical movement of bones. Have a look at this picture. Here, where the word sound waves is the ear canal, and somewhere here you would find the auricle. This is the ear canal. This little thing is the tympanic membrane, and this is the malleus, the first of the three ossicles, the first of the three little bones inside of the middle ear. So imagine sound waves coming into the ear, they get onto the tympanic membrane and they push, those sound waves push the tympanic membrane to move. So the tympanic membrane will move like the sound waves get onto it. And this movement makes the malleus, the first of the three ossicles, move too. So, freakingly true, the sound waves that get into the ear via the ear canal, that are just sound waves in the air, they make the tympanic membrane move with the frequency they have, and this tympanic membrane that moves makes the bony chain, makes the bones in the middle ear move, and so the sound waves, so the sound gets transmitted from the air into mechanical movement of the bones. If you want to hear more about the transmission of the sound wave, have a look at the other video clips about the anatomy and physiology of the middle ear and the inner ear. And if you want to have a look at the literature I used, look at those two books. And I mostly looked at the book of Cycle, chapters 9 and 10. Thanks for listening and watching.